Good morning, everyone. How are you today? Happy Saturday. Today I'm in Coolum, Australia. I'm here by the beach in my room. We're here for a special event. Anyway, but today I have a topic to you, and I would like to share it before we go on and get ready for this special day. Okay. First, I want to talk about all these issues and things that happen when our kids are teething, and why sometimes they bring problems to at bedtime. Some of us always thinking that is the reason of the teeth coming out, the reason our kids don't know how to sleep, that the reason they're having bad nights. And usually I have to say, this is what happens when you have a child that is not sleeping through the night. You're always trying to find excuses. You're always trying to find a reason why your child is not sleeping through the night. This is a little bit harsh, but one of the main reasons the kids are not sleeping well is because they don't know how to sleep properly. They don't know how to self-settle. They don't know how to go to bed. And then this is why it's because we haven't taught them properly. We haven't give them the tools in order for them to discover the ways they can sleep by themselves, the way they can start finding their comfortable position. So we haven't given them these tools in order to apply them. So we tend to start thinking, oh, my child is not sleeping very well, but all the teeth are coming out. And then let me tell you this, the teeth is a very good excuse, and it's a very good reason, because you go over 7 years of the teeth changing process from when they are little. They start coming out bit by bit, and then they falling off. And then this is a very good excuse that we can find, and we can say, oh, my kid is not sleeping because the teeth is teething and is in a lot of pain and all these problems. Yes, there are problems that happen when the children are teething, and some of them some get very high temperatures. They get a nappy rash. They get runny poos. Some get red cheeks as well. The saliva gets a little bit sticky. Some get a little bit of septomy, and of course pain. They get a little bit of pain, and we meant to think this is the main reason, no? And then it's good to think that our children is going to this change, and we want to help them, and that is why maybe can be not sleeping. But I have to say, we all as a people and different people, every children is going to approach this change and this development differently. Some of them, and usually the ones that sleep really well, have no big problems with teething. That is a little bit of a change. And the ones that don't sleep very well, they will have big problems with teething. So we need to start looking in the wider broad aspect of this, big aspect of this, because when you said my child can sleep and doesn't have any issues, why is this? Because when the child is very well rested, is healthy, is sleeping well, has no issues, these changes or these pains or these processes happen easier, because the child is a healthy child that is sleeping the necessary hours, and perhaps will have 1 or 2 wake-ups through the night, a little bit of pain, but it's easy to handle. When you have a very tired children, a very tired baby that is overtired, is cranky, is going through this process of teething, and then he cannot go to sleep early, and then he's overtired, and then apart from that, you put pain. Just imagine how you feel when you're really tired, and then you have a little bit of a headache. It just feels like everything is aggravated. So the same thing happens to the children when they are getting into this. Hello, everyone that is watching me. Is going through this same process. So it's harder for the body, for the children to deal with this, because they are not well rested. They need to sleep. They need feel much better. So I would say that you need to stop thinking that the teething is the excuse why your children is not sleeping. You need to start looking at other factors like changes in your life. Do you have a routine? Are you strict with your bedtime? How do you approach the night? Are you giving your children feeds of milk, feeds of lollies? What are you giving to your children? When this is why you need to look at it, and then perhaps put this teething reason of not sleeping so well to the side. Teething can wake up children, can cause pain, can give you another effects of in the body, but they will be easier if your child knows how to sleep. So I will always recommend you not to hang into this fact that is because the teething. Yes, teething will maybe wake them up, maybe give them a little bit of pain and everything, but it's not going to be the main reason, okay? So if anyone here is going through this stage and would like to try and start new routines, start new sleeping settling techniques and everything, just give it a go. It's always easier. If you are waiting for all the teeth to come out, you will be waiting for a long time, and by the time you finish, the teeth are going to start falling, and so it's never ending. It's not an excuse that you need to use for your child not to sleep well. And of course, if let's say you have a child that is going through a lot of pain and a lot of side effects for the teething, and then yes, okay, it's not sleeping well during this period, but it's just a period, it's just a time frame that it has to change, because the tooth eventually will come out and then everything will ease. They sell little creams and little tooth paste or little medicines, ointments that you can put in the teeth, and then that will make everything easier. Remember, if your child is teething, do not give into bad habits like bringing him to the bed or letting him stay awake or letting scream through the night or waking him or bringing him out to play so he calms down. It's very hard to know when you have a child or a baby that is very young and cannot speak, and the teeth is the issue, obviously. You will see a baby crying, and we are always trying to find the reasons, and when the teeth is coming out, maybe is that the reason. I will tell you a little bit about my experience. What happened is when my daughter, my first daughter, was not sleeping through the night, I remember looking at her gums and always look that the teeth were coming out. She didn't sleep for a year and a half, so every time that I look into the reasons why she was not sleeping, I kept looking at the teeth, and I said, oh, the teeth must be about to come or pop out or everything, because I could see the gums. I had no experience, so I was just looking at the gums, and I could see the white bits sort of through the gums, and I thought, yeah, the teeth is not coming. That's the reason she's not sleeping well. So every now and then I go back to the teeth and saying that was the reason. By saying this, my daughter didn't have her first teeth until she was 1 year and 2 months. So all the previous times that I went to think that they were the teeth were the issue, they were not true. It was just me trying to find a reason why my child was not sleeping. And by saying this, I'm going to invite you. This is one of the excuses, one of the things I find. I'm doing a series of posts in my Facebook page right here about all my tricks that I tried for a little time of period that they didn't work. It's a big story. I have like when I used to feed at night, when I used to prep the bottles, when I used to dance, when I used to go for early morning walking, and all my stories there is quite funny to go back. You can see heaps of pictures of myself, Zelda, Matt, looking at the baby, and it's amazing. You know, it's good to remember all the things that you try. And what I did is to show the mothers, to show everybody that there are things that we try and sometimes work. For me, they maybe work just for a little bit of period, 2 or 3 nights, maybe one night, and then I had to change and trying to look for something else. Every time I try one of the new things, I thought I got it. I thought, perfect. My baby likes to sleep dancing with me. Well, I'm going to dance every night. It's good for me, good for the baby, but it's just bullshit, to be honest, because what we really want is our baby to sleep peacefully in their bed or in their cot without any fuss, without any props, without any habits. Okay? Well, this is the topic of today, teething. If you have any questions, any comments about this video, and you would like, or you will have any topics that you would like me to discuss and talk to you, please send me an email, put me a comment right here. I invite you to do a comment. Australia is not very used to this kind of live talks. We are very new. Well, Australia is very new. I've been doing these talk lives for around 4 years. I have a big group in Facebook in Mexico that we do talks every week, and I've been doing it for the last 4 years every week. And I have heaps of mothers that comment and ask me questions, that look for me. So I invite you to do that. Don't just look and disappear, and comment if you have friends, and if you are my friend looking and watching me, please share my video to someone or tell someone to look at me, okay? Well, this is about teething, and see you next week for more discussions, okay? Bye. Have a lovely weekend. Bye.